Hello everybody, Gaming here, welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Hearts 2, and if you found me through the title of this video, don't worry, I'll get to that in just a moment. So today, we're going to be grinding up every form, and also grinding up our experience. I'm going to be showing off where I do it. I'm going to actually do it off camera for the most part, but I want to at least show you guys where I'm doing so. So let's jump in very quickly. First of all, Valor form, I'll just say outright, like, you can do pretty much anywhere. Like, Valor form, you just gotta hit enemies a bunch. Oh, sorry, what great timing. Just terrible. Wait, look at that. Gonna check on the cornerstone of light, and that's when I saw it. I don't know how long it's been there. Looks like it leads somewhere, but where? You think it's gonna go to the past like the other one? Or maybe that's what the organization wants us to think. It might be a trap. Whatever the case, we should be prepared for anything if we're going to check it out. That is another optional boss that we will be tackling in a future episode, as frankly, everything we've fought so far, including Sephiroth, really lost to quite badly, is a joke compared to that thing. That's just straight up not possible until level 99, I'm gonna say. So then, as I said, Valor form is pretty easy to do just about anywhere. We can get... You just have to hit enemies. Anywhere there's a ton of enemies will work just fine. Wisdom form is a little different, I guess you'd say. I'm going to change our setup for each one. I'm going to try and go for what I think is arguably the best option. Let's see, I think... Let's see... I think one of the ones we just got at the end of the last one. There it is, Fatal Crest, which we got from the Olympus Coliseum. The fact that A, its magic is boosted by a ton, strength is increased during MP charge, and enables combos to continue endlessly, I think makes this a great option for when you're grinding up Wisdom form. Abilities I'd recommend... Frankly, yeah, MP Rage, MP Haste, obviously. Magic Lock-On. I'll just get rid of item boost. Oh, that won't work. Get rid of once more for that. Alright, I think that's about it, really. So, into Timeless River we go. I think, according to the internet, and I think I agree with this, this is apparently the best spot to grind for the Wisdom form, as there's a ton of enemies here, a lot of which are very weak, and there we go. Remember to use your actual magic as well. So I think that's it for this one. As you can see, we can just continue from door to door, taking care of them. And now we have that attack boost. Remember, increase our strength by 2, so it actually makes this Keyblade pretty near close to the some of the others in terms of strength, which is always nice. Ow. That might have been a bit of a waste of thunder, unfortunately. Now then, at any point you can just return to Cornerstone Hill. Go for, open the door. And you're immediately put back into... And you immediately restore all of your drive gauge. So that's definitely where I'm going to be grinding Wisdom form. Frankly, I don't think we have very much to go with that. Yeah, not too long. It's also a great place to grind Valor, obviously, because there's a ton of enemies. Alright, next up, Limit. Actually, no, we're going to go to Master form next, for a reason I'll explain momentarily. Alright, into the world map. Next up, we're going to the Land of Dragons. Now, there were other places recommended online. Feel free to look for those. Personally, I think this is one of the best spots to go for it. Real quick, let's change our setup. So, probably this with draw might be one of the best ones. Just because remember, you want to get the, whatchamacallit, that'll jackpot actually. Yeah, actually I'm gonna go with this with jackpot. And Master has the Sweet Memories, which has Drive Converter. Does not have attack strength, increases the drop rate of drive orbs in place of money, which is very important, for obvious reasons. Let me get rid of Magic Lock on. So, a bunch of draws is always good, and Drive Converter. I'll get rid of those two, and put on Drive Converter, draw, and draw. There we go. I think those are the main ones you really want to have on. Obviously, all of the drive boosts are good too. Just going through to double check. I think so. Now, the reason I suggested this place, I couldn't really see it on the internet too much actually. I saw it initially when I was first playing through when they first ported them onto PS3. It's because this area has these, which explode into more drive orbs, as well as enemies. And hopefully, there we go. There we go. And of course we've got lots of enemies in here to take care of. Yeah, they just keep spawning in here, which is so nice. There's eventually a limit, but obviously it takes a lot to hit that. So by the time your drive gauge is nearly run out, you'll probably have only just cleared this room, which is honestly perfect timing. And obviously if you haven't quite finished, if you're still in a much earlier level, you don't have very much, it's not too hard to just run in, get hit one or two things, and like the boxes you saw just there. Also, I recommend using Pyraga if you want to clear them out quicker. There we go, wow. I actually leveled it up while on camera. But the other reason I recommend this is because you can just leave and immediately run over here to the save point. Go to world map. And well, bam, we've got our drive gauge full. Now, the next one, I don't think I actually have done myself, but from what I've looked up online, it's very useful. Unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna need a bit of running to get over to it. Not too much. And in the meantime, I'll quickly check out. So, what level is Master at now? It's now at 6, okay. And... now, we want to go to the Cave of Wonders. Now then, this is good for limit and for summons apparently. Just going in here. Somewhere along in here. I'm kind of just skipping the enemies for now because I'm going to do grinding anyway in my own time, so you don't have to worry too much about them at the moment. God, stop it. There we go. I don't know where exactly this is. Here we go, here's the save point. I think this is the real save point you'll want to use when running around here. I think if we go into Chasm of Challenges, we can use the warp. And I'm a little confused. Maybe it's just in here? Alright, here's another save point, so maybe this is what it was talking about. Yep, here we go. Triangle to begin the duel. Attack continuously. And don't let him heal. Simple enough. So, the reason why this is good is we can just go into limit form, start the duel, and start doing some limits. And it's frankly not too hard to just and there we go. Now that our MP's run out, we can just run back, just touch the save. Obviously we can go into the map from here as well, but that restores our MP, so we can start up all over again.
Let's go. Take this. Right. It's over. Let's go.
And would you look at that? We could potentially do it another time even. But yeah, that's a great place to grind up that. Oh man. I think I might have done that when I originally played, but frankly I just do not remember it. But also summons are good there for the same reason. Now, finally I guess. Go into the world never was. Go to the altar of naught. Actually, real quick, what does it take to level up summons? While summoning, 1 experience is gained for every point consumed by the summon gauge. Right, because technically you don't actually have to fight that thing. You can just sit there, let the form gauge drain, and then right at the last second when it hits 0, remember it still has a bar for 0, you can just run out and do a quick save. Go to the save point and use the web map. Anyway. Now for final form. Final form, I believe you get whatchamacallit. For every nobody you defeat, you gain an experience. There we go. So I've got 2 become 1 and Oblivion on for that. And frankly, you're just going to town on some enemies. There's nothing more to it. This is also a pretty good place to level up Valor Form, obviously, and also to just gain experience, because this is the end of the game, obviously. Enemies here give out quite a good amount. Nice, another air combo boost. Obviously, everything that boosts your drive gauges is good. I'll take that off for the moment. And I believe there was... Finishing plus, I think, would probably be pretty helpful here. Yeah. So. Into final form we go. And yeah, just straight up fighting the enemies here. I haven't leveled up the final form at all, so I unfortunately can't go too far along to demonstrate this. But straight up just doing this the entire time. Yeah. Another option is to get the stuff that'll boost your reaction commands, since so many I think every nobody has an option to boost your whatchamacallit. Every nobody has a reaction command to them that you can use to defeat them. So that's also a very possible option. And how close are we to final form? Like level 4. Alright, let's see. So, let's just try and get 1 level on this while we're here. And then I'll show off where I'm planning on grinding for... Well, obviously this is a great place for just grinding levels in general, as you can see. You just gained another level from being here. We can just finish off this guy. God damn it. Whew. Barely did that in time. Now another one. Obviously, if your health gets low at all, you can just run up to the save point. There we go. So hoping to get some form of glide from it, but ah well. At least now that'll make my actual grinding experience a little easier, knowing that I've got at least one there already. Cool. Now, finally, I'm going to demonstrate where I'll be actually grinding up experience. Place I think I recommend grinding experience is going to be over here, Radiant Garden. Go to the postern. Also a great place to level up Valor. Like, there's a reason I didn't show up any specific place for Valor, it's just, everywhere's good. You just gotta beat up guys and that's it. So, but just grinding in general. Yeah, experience boost is an obvious important one. Summon boost when you're doing summons, obviously important. Yeah, everything just to power you up, really. So you can just deal with enemies as quickly as possible. For Keyblade, I recommend go with, where is it? Gullwing. Not very good power, but increasing amount of experience gained by 100% when defeating an enemy at a critical moment. I think that means when your health's under half. Obviously, that's probably technically faster if you keep your health low, but that's also not really necessary. That is a way of speeding it up, though. I recommend in here the Cabinet of Remembrance. Running all on. And point blank just finding the enemies in here. As I think they give the most experience of anyone. Ow, ow. Come on, where are you? Yeah, this is probably going to be all I do for grinding up to level 99. Actually, what I'll likely do is, for those watching along the series, what I'm thinking I might do is I'll mostly, for the most part, just grind up to all the other forms. Then we'll take on the Cabinet of Remembrance once it's, you know, possible, and we'll gain a few levels in that meantime. And then once we've gone all the way through Cave of Remembrance together, I'll use the rest of Cave of Remembrance, because frankly there's just more enemies and better enemies to fight for experience here in the later rooms that I don't really want to go to off camera for obvious reasons. So yeah, if you're playing on your own and you're just looking for advice, I recommend going through this place as much as you can. I'm just, because I haven't gone through it yet in the series, don't want to go through it right now. And so I think next time on Kingdom Hearts 2, I'll have every form grinded up to the maximum, and we'll take on the Cabinet of Remembrance. After that, I'll do a grind to level 99, and we'll start really fighting every boss. And I do mean every boss. I'm not looking forward to some of them, to be honest. A lot of them I haven't actually beaten before, so it'll be interesting to see my first time on here. The other reason this place is great is because there's just a ton of enemies, and the fact that they're all so strong. Yeah, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Now then, to demonstrate what everything is like before we go to the grind. Actually, one last thing we'll do. Let's go to a Muggle Shop. Frankly, yeah, the first one I can think of is the one in Olympus. And hand in all the ones we got so far for the other whatchamacallums. Absent silhouettes? There we go. Yeah, so we can't make anything. I might end up making some stuff while I'm, you know, doing my grind if I find that I have the ability to. Just because why not, frankly? Yeah. So, Frozen Pride and Centurion are obviously two of the ones we got from Shadow Arc. Well, you can see by the new. I'm a fool. If I get the opportunity to make anything, great, I'll do so. Will I get the opportunity to do so? Who knows? So, next time on Kingdom Hearts 2, all these forms are going to be level 7. And who knows what level we'll be as well, as we rush through the Cave of Remembrance. Well, I say rush, we'll take our time. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.